Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Friday, August 2nd edition of our video devotionals, and we appreciate you being with us today. Hope your Friday is going well. Hey, it is the end of another work week, and here we are this beginning of this month of August. And so you've got the weekend and Sunday, and sometimes you try to get a lot of things accomplished. Maybe you're going to do a little mini vacation, as we say, maybe go somewhere. Uh, Maybe you just do nothing because you're tired from all this week. I get that. But on Sunday, of course, attend church, be a part of that, be a part of the ministries that your church has, and so very important. All right, we're going to jump into it today. We've really had no theme this week, so we're going to be in Isaiah chapter 9 today. My reading through the Bible schedule just had me reading Isaiah chapters 5 through 9. Pretty rich stuff. We're just going to look at one verse today, verse 2 of chapter 9. So Isaiah 9:2, find that if it is your custom. Otherwise, thank you for watching. And we appreciate all of you, of course. All right, notice this. It says in Isaiah 9:2, the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shine. Now, we're talking about Christ. And of course, if you have been in church any length of time, know the Bible just on even on a nominal level, I guess. Then Isaiah's chapter 7 and 9, of course, ring true around the Christmas season because of their prophecies of the birth of Christ. Okay. So Isaiah 9:6, of course, gives us one of those verses. So prior to that, we have verse 2 here. And so the light here is speaking about Christ. And it's saying that when Christ would be born into this world, the light came into a dark world. I don't think just because the world has darkness in it, but I think even that time period was a dark time period for the world and even for the people of God. And when he came, the Bible says he came as a great light. And if you've ever been in a dark place and all of a sudden the light comes on, you can shine a light, but what a difference it is, right? Then it also even goes to say with that darkness, it gives this point here, in the land of the shadow of death, where there is no prominent moving of God or the presence of God in an individual or a nation, whatever it might be, then sadly there's this darkness and this death, okay? And I'm going to quickly get out of this because you think, man, this is some somber stuff here. Hey, here's the difference, though. There is a great light, and that great light is Jesus. And thank God he did come. It won't be long. We'll be celebrating Christmas. I'll be doing videos about, relating to the Christmas season. But that being said, thank God that Jesus came. Hey, thank God in your life. When you got saved, guess what? It was light coming into a darkened heart because all men and all people without God, there's darkness, no light. And we kind of touched on that yesterday. So the point here is, though, the practical side of that is, okay, if you're a child of God today, you're a Christian, then guess what? You are a bearer of that light. That light is to shine. Ye are the light of the world, Jesus said. So that means everywhere you go where there's people, there's either people that are enlightened, they're saved, or there's people in darkness. And guess what? You may not get to know them personally. You may not know their name. You may not even have a conversation. But sometimes on some level, when you're out amongst people, either on purpose, like tomorrow at 10 a.m., our plan is that I go with usually this teenage boy in our church, and we call it soul winning. We call it witnessing. People call it outreach. You can call it all kinds of things. But we go and we knock people's doors and we meet people, and we ask them about kind of to open up things. We say, do you have a church? And a lot of people, yeah, I have a church, or I don't have a church. It's okay. Well, we'd like to invite you, of course, but here's something. We'd like to ask you this. And we ask them if they're a Christian. We ask them, do they know the Lord? And, of course, the responses are going to vary. Hey, where I live here, when I was a child, there was very little of an international influence. Now, there's a heavy international emphasis, meaning that there's a lot of people, they come with religions from the countries they've moved into this area, and they say that. They say, I'm this, I'm that. And the point is that there's only one, though, that is that light. It's not religion. It's Christ. It's not a code of ethics. It's not a keeping of commandments. Doing right and living right and all that is just a byproduct of knowing Jesus Christ, who is that light. So when you go into this world in which you live in, wherever it might be, then guess what? You are a bearer of that light. You can literally bring light into a darkened person's life. And you know what? That's why we ought to interact with people. You can start talking to people not very long. If they sense you care, have any sense of care, concern at all about them, then it's amazing what people will tell you in a very short amount of time, and their burdens, their cares, and their troubles even. And you two were strangers prior to meeting, maybe within 2 or 3 minutes of each other. But the point is that thank God the light came into the world. And thank God we are bearers of that light to this day. So let your light so shine. Isn't there a song that you sang as a kid? Too bad some of the songs with the most profound things about it are songs that we think is just for little kids. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You know what? That is a great, great truth. And let's live that today, okay? And let's let this weekend not only be something about what you can do for yourself and for others, of course, but let it be also for Christ. Be a witness. Let that light shine, because it is darkness and there's death around us, but we are that light, okay? All right, well, have a great day, safe day, and Lord willing, we'll see you back on Monday. We'll probably have a theme on Monday, so we'll see you then.